Hey everyone, it's a WoW Collector here. You're probably noticing, or at least I hope you did, that we're changing up the format a little bit. Next few videos, it will be a new intro, which will be a lot shorter, but we're going more for succinct runs rather than elongating things. So today's run should have been run 6 through 10 for the Hunter, but I mislabeled one of them and actually had the Paladin as the ninth run. So this is only run 6 through 9, that's the asterisk. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be highlighting just the boss runs only. You've seen this place enough. You don't need me to keep running it ad nauseum. Although if I have some witty banter or other things, I might include that. But for the most part, we're going to be skipping ahead to the bosses. Run 7 is going to be done a little bit differently because I had quite a few great drops. So without further ado, let's get started. Lucifron's the first boss. Ring of Spell Power and the Gauntlets of Might for a warrior. And the Gauntlets of Might have dropped twice. Not too much can be really ascertained from what's dropped previously, but we do have the data to back this up. Next is going to be Magmadar, and if you can look, Lucifron's done. I just need one drop from Magmadar. It's a Fire Rune Grimoire. Once we get that, the percentage really drastically changes in here for what we need. We get the Arcanist Leggings for mages, and we get Flame Guard Gauntlets and Flame Walker leg plates for plate wearers. Gonna move ahead here to the next boss fight, which is Gehennis. Now the guy I just killed, they are lava annihilators. You want to start killing those. You'll see why in run 7. We get the Night Slayer gloves for rogue and Sabatons of Might for warrior. So this is the fourth plate drop in 3 bosses thus far. This is a really odd run, to say the least. Um, Out of 7 pieces, 4 were plate, a ring which we just will sell, a mage pants, and rogue gloves. We're coming up on Garr here. He dropped 4 items, the Fell Heart Horns and the Fell Heart Bracers, both for the lock set. Magna Igniting Cord, which is a cloth belt, and the Talisman of Ephemeral Power, which is just a trinket which we vendor. But 3 cloth drops on this boss. Things seem to be grouped throughout most of the run, actually. As you'll notice, kind of move forward here. Next 2 bosses are Baron Geddon again, and Shazra, and we'll get to those in a second. Um, After run 7, you'll notice I started skipping trash because I felt like my RNG number was never going to reset. So the Lava Surgers, this guy right here that we just killed, you want to kill them every single time. Baron Geddon did drop the Deep Earth Spalders for Shaman and Obsidian Edged Blade, which we didn't need, but it's still something to have. Shazra dropped the Mana Storm Leggings, again a mage drop, and Cenarian Gloves for the Druid. All in all, I feel like I've gotten almost every class thus far, which is a nice change of pace. I mean, last time we ran these 2 bosses, we got 2 each of the Arcanist Mantle and Gloves, so we got 4 pieces for mages. Um, yeah, so kind of interesting the way that kind of played out. We're at Golegmagg. He dropped the Flame Guard Gauntlets for plate wearers, Obsidian Edge Blade again, and Giantstalker's Breastplate for hunters. We are at 63.29%. Getting close, getting close, getting close. Next up is going to be Sulfuron. Uh, he drops the Shadowstrike pole arm and the Salamander scale pants for leather wearers. This guy took me forever before, and we only have half of the items from him. We're getting there though. And what foolishly I got the engineering schematics prior to being an engineer, so that kind of hurt. I was kind of going back through my notes and saw that I actually did have the engineering schematics I needed from here, but I had to vendor them because they were BOP. Should have kept them. It's dumb. Oh well, live and learn. Alright, so we're at Exectus. He drops Finkel's Lava Dredger, the Wristguards of True Flight, which were for male. We're at 65.82%. Let's see if this brings us up anymore. And then we'll get you to an abbreviated version of Ragnaros, if only it happened that quickly. Ragnaros dropped 2 BOEs and 4 BOPs. I got a Belt of Might from that trash right there. And then loot the chest. And we're at 67.08%. Thank you, Exectus. We're going to skip ahead to Ragnaros. The Wormslayer Spalders for plate and the Torch of Austern drop for BOE. BOP Crown of Destruction for male. Spinal Reaper 2 and an axe. Band of Akira. And Dragonstalker's Leggings for hunters. I think this does up my percentage. Let's see. Hurry up and loot. Took forever. Dramatic effect. Let's see how we do here. 70.88. Hey everybody, it's a WoW Collector here. We're going in our 6th run of Molten Core. We're gonna do things a little bit differently today. Instead of editing videos after the fact, we're actually gonna do a live stream, not a live stream, a live video through the raid. It's been a little bit of a while since I've done that. I was Twitch streaming for a little bit, but then I decided to kind of ease up on that, focus more on YouTube. So now what we're going to do is we're actually, let me switch a few things here. Leave it on combat log. I wish there's a way to hide this actually. So I did change up my user interface quite a bit. I'm using Azerite UI. I don't see a way to, I'm going to go through and untrack all these. There we go, that's what I was looking for. So I have all that cleaned up. All the things does look really bad. It does. I wish there was a Darien, or mask, excuse me, a mask Azerite overlay for this to make it look a little cleaner, but we don't have that, so let's shrink this a tad. Get that clean there. We have a little bit cleaner lines. Alright, so we are using Azerite UI, and as you can see, it totally replaces everything. I like this a lot. I do think there's too many buttons down here, and they are kind of busy. However, I feel like I do need those things. So let's get through it. So, as you can see, I did get the Giantstalker's belt and the Giantstalker's bracers. I think I bought the belt. I was tired of not getting it. So, zone drops are done. First boss, done. Second boss, all we need is a Fire Rune Grimoire. But if you look at it, it shows up in a couple other places as well. Third boss, we have. Fourth boss is Garr. We're missing the Windseeker, obviously. Brutality Blade and Fire Rune Grimoire again. So if we do get that to drop, it's going to knock off 1, 2. Shadowstrike we have. Geddon, we need it again. Sulfuron, Giantstalker's shoulders, they're the Epaulets, if you will. And then Golegmagg, we need Fire Rune Grimoire again. So as you can see, a lot of these items would check off multiple bosses. Ragnaros, it's a bunch of blues that I think I can buy. We'll accept that. I'm not paying 13k for that. Alright, so let's get started. Actually, I'm going to skip a lot of the trash because we don't need it. I wish this would. You know what? Let's do one thing. Trying to get to join a party, but we'll leave it at that. That's bothering me so much. Here we go. Move guild chat. Cancel. There we go. So now we won't have guild chat in the way. And then eventually this will kind of dissipate. Now, I think because I will be getting the rep, it's going to come back. Yeah, well. Don't know how much I like that aspect of the add-on. I think the chat's in such an ugly spot. So if you notice on my mini-map down here, one thing Azerite UI does is it replaces those yellow circles that generally depict nodes with purple stars, because I guess why not? Something else I've been noticing too in these feeds is that pets just operate so oddly. Rather than kind of being your companion, they just kind of chase you anytime you attempt to fight something. Let's see if I pulled that. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I'll end up editing all this out. Guild announce. There we go. Alright, so first boss, Sulfuron. We have everything he drops. There's only 2 items he drops. We already got those. But something to note as well. So, if you're, if you are farming, here's kind of what we got in the most part. The first time we came in here, we got a priest drop and warrior gloves. We got a wand and the warlock gloves the second run. So in these 5 runs, there hasn't been really a common theme throughout much. Took a while to get the drops actually for the hunters. So Helm of the Life Giver and the Sorcerer's Dagger. Now I want to say these drop from a couple bosses each. So actually we didn't get these drops from him. So technically speaking, Sulfuron has dropped nothing for hunters. Absolutely 0. But I got those drops that he had from those other bosses. So if you look at all the things, the Sorcerer's Dagger does drop from Gehannes, Sulfuron, Shazra, and Sulfuron Harbinger. Harbinger, my apologies. Trying to read this fast. And same thing with Helm of the Life Giver, same 4 bosses. So we didn't really get it off Sulfuron, which is interesting to note. If you do pull the Core Hounds, stack them all, shoot them all at once. If not, when they die, their death will, resurrect the others. Now I was trying to type in all this information as I was playing, but I really feel like that just pulled away from the experience. So I cannot get the quests to stay. So many things about this bother me. Like I wish the quests would be hidden at all times. So there's this really, really, really sweet feature in Azerite UI. It's a little gear down here. Left click is the Blizzard micro menu. You middle click bags and right click options. I wish quests and your chat box could go there as well. I think that would be amazing. But if you leave it on general, generally speaking, there won't be much to get in your way when you're raiding old stuff because most people don't talk that much. Still, though, it is doing one other thing. There we go. Alright, so we're at Magmadar. We have everything but the Fire Rune Grimoire. I wish it had drop percentages on here. Obviously, I've run this place 5 times with 4 chances. That's 20 opportunities I had, so I'm 0 for 20 on that. So let's see if we can get it from this guy. And let's see what we got. Medallion of Steadfast Might, Pants of Prophecy, and the Sabatons of the Flamewalker. So obviously things we've had. Let's see as I dropped before. And it's really weird the way Magmadar has gone. So the first time we got 2 cloth belts, the Mana Igniting Cord and the Flamewalker leg plates. The second time we got Deep Earth Spaulders, which are the Shaman shoulders. We got the Earth Fury leg guards, which are for Shaman. And I apologize, the Deep Earth Spaulders are for male classes, not just for Shaman. Third time we again got the Flamewalker leg plates. We got the Striker's Bow and the Scanner's Left Claw weapon, which is pretty nice. The fourth time we got the Giantstalker's leggings, the Iskander's left claw dropped again, and then we got the Flame Guard gauntlet, which were for plates. So anything Flamewalker or Flame Guard are for plate wearers. Then the fourth time we got Earthshaker, which is a mace, and we got 2 pairs of Pants of Prophecy. So really nothing's repeated that much, but again, it just feels like nothing's dropping. So we missed out on that again, but hopefully we can get the Fire Rune Grimoire from someone else, so I won't have to worry about getting it from Magmadar. And I just really like this add-on. It just looks so cool. Other people have talked about using the dynamic camera while using this add-on. Not too sure. Also, I don't know if I should minimize this more. Or I don't know what detracts from the actual the vibe it gives. So I'm trying to figure out some things. So if you guys have any suggestions, I would appreciate that in the comments. Let's grab this. Now, I know Dark Iron Ore is used for some of the older mogs in here. I've just been kind of farming it because I'm here, and why not? Don't think it hurts. Ooh. Oh, nice! That's awesome. That thing sells for 100k. Hold on. That's great. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. 1 second, we're gonna pause this for a minute. Alright, so welcome back. Sorry about that, everyone. So a couple things I had to change. I didn't realize that the border that I had was covering the bottom of the bars, and I realized I should just put my face where chat's at. I'm gonna lower it a little bit here, so now you can kind of get a sense of what things look like. These are all my abilities. So this row right here, I can put stuff here if I wanted to, but I wanted to leave it there just to show you how far it goes. That's all I feel I need, really. And honestly, I probably could close that, but we'll leave it there. These bars always stay up. When you click off of something, I'll show you. This fades. Your pet bar does stay there. You can set it up where it does fade in and out, but I wasn't really a fan of that. Also, I got this. It's so cool. I don't know if I'm gonna sell it or not. I'm debating. That's a pretty big drop. It's about 300k. I think I sold this before too to a guy in my guild as well. But we'll see. I obviously don't have that appearance. That's pretty cool. So if you look at zone drops, maybe that's just for class. I don't know, but I didn't know that was on the loot table. And I don't see it dropping from Ragnaros either. So, I mean, that's pretty odd. So, let's move this over here, though. I think this was better here. Alright, so. Gehannes is the next boss. We've already got 3 of 3 on him. Again, that Sorcerer's Dagger, Helm of the Life Giver, and Giantstalker's Boots. So, let's see when we got these. So, Gehannes. In my 3rd run, I got the Giantstalker's Boots. When did I get Sorcerer's Dagger? Let's see who that dropped off of. So the Sorcerer's Dagger dropped off Gehannes on my 2nd run. Let's see. Life Giver. I can't spell. Life Giver dropped off Shazra. So that's where those 2 pieces dropped. And hold on, I need to change this. Sorry, literally my guild is just blowing up. Hopefully it doesn't look too odd. So it appears that if you're trying to get the rep in here, the core hounds don't give it, but everyone else does. Fellheart bracers if I needed those. What is my Hydraxian Waterlord? Hydraxian Waterlords, I'm honored. I want to say at revered, only the bosses give rep. So I have all the drops I need from them. So Gehannes, obviously have the things I need, but we'll kill him. So there's another Sorcerer's Dagger. Nice. 2nd time I dropped off of him. So one of the things is you can't just run to Ragnaros in here, unfortunately. You have to kill every single boss. These fire effects did get better too. They look pretty amazing. They were never this good before when I was farming this place in Cataclysm. I really don't know why I'm looting those things. I'm gonna have copious amounts of them. Alright, so this is the 6th run, so we've already had 5. Gives us a little bit of a data sample. We're coming up on Garr. We missing 3 things. Obviously, bindings to the Windseeker. That's That's going to be hard to drop. But it can drop for demon hunters and monks as well, so it's kind of interesting. But if you're really that set on getting those, I mean, it could be an extra 2 chances a week. I was talking to a guildie of mine, and originally I was going to triple box and give myself multiple chances for loot. But we can have 50 characters per round per account. I think I might actually start doubling up on classes, have 2 or 3 hunters on a server, and that way I can have 3 chances a week at whatever I'm trying to farm. This might be something I try. Obviously, I need to get my first 12 done, but that's a little ways off. But kind of, thoughts to play around with. So the Brutality Blade drops from Garr only. The Fire Rune Grimoire, obviously we've been talking about that a little bit here. And Bindings of the Windseeker. Now Garr has dropped a pretty mixed bag of things. Did Giantstalker's helmet, which was the Hunter helmet, drop twice. And then a couple rogue pieces. The Night Slayer cover, which is the rogue headpiece, dropped twice. And then the first time was the Gut Gore Ripper, which is a dagger that dropped twice, the same run. So come on, Grimoire. Let's see what we get here. There we go. Alright. Oh my gosh, this is a crazy run. Jeez. I just had to flaunt that in guild. I'm pretty stoked. I cannot believe I got both of those in one run. That's insane. Wow. And I think on my last account I was never very fortunate. I mean, I randomly got Mimron's head. But I mean, to get a legendary job, that's crazy. I still can't believe that dropped. And another Giantstalker's helm. Woohoo! It's a little sad I didn't get the runed, what's it called? The Fire Rune Grimoire, but, I mean, to get Bindings of the Windseeker, that's pretty sweet. You need the left half as well, which left half drops off of Baron Geddon coming up here. So we'll... Oh, what's that? Nice. Us Plate didn't have that either. Now some of these things though, I have a lot of this stuff just saved up in my other bank. But we'll wait for that. Alright, so did pretty well. I have this. I have to be able to equip it though. Alright, so let's talk a little bit here. Shaz rose up ahead. I have everything he drops. Baron Geddon, I need the Fire Rune Grimoire again. And Bindings of the Windseeker, the left half. Baron's been pretty odd to say the least. He's only been dropping 2 pieces each. I got Flamewalker leg plates the first 2 runs, 1 each. Flame Guard gauntlets, a lot of plate, and then last time I got 2 Arcanists mantles. So let's see what he drops this time. So, Talisman of Ephemeral Power and the Arcanist Bindings, which are the Wrist Mage set. Oh well. I'm actually okay if I don't get the other thing. I got Teebu's. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Yeah, I'm shocked, man. Alright, let's kill Shazzer, see what he drops. Another Sorceress Dagger. I want to say that was a piece I could not get to drop before, but it's okay. Alright, so Baron obviously didn't drop 2 things I need, but it's okay. I think I will keep running this on my Hunter though until Baron drops the left piece of the Windseeker. I will at least can have 1 on my account. Alright, so now we're coming up on Golegmagg. We're missing 3 things. The Staff of Dominance, as your song Mageblade, and the Fire Rune Grimoire again. 6 of 9. We're at 71.79%. It's pretty awesome. 1 second here. Alright, here we go. Come on. I got the Staff of Dominance. Nice. Man, that's a lot this run. It's quite possibly been the best run I've had on this account since I started it. That's crazy. Excellent. So, he did drop the Staff of Dominance, and that only dropped off him. So, I can't double up and unlock anything else, but pretty happy about that. So now as you're coming up over here, you have to kill Sulfuron first before you go to Majordomo Exectus, because he won't spawn if you haven't killed everything. So something you just want to do. Let's finish knocking out this rep if we can.
I don't have a target. I need to get closer.
I wonder how bad these pulls are going to be in Classic. Alright, so Sulfuron, the Harbinger. We need the Giantstalker's Epaulets. That's it. Oh my gosh. Wait, what is that? Oh! That gave me the class set from Molten Core. This has been probably my best run yet, by far. So that just finished up another boss. Look at all that blue. I'll even close Majordomo for a minute, just to show everybody. Oh, hold on. There we go. It's odd how you have to move that, but there we go. So everybody can see. I mean, we just Magmadar, Garr. That's a pretty decent run so far. So I'm torn. Do I want to sell that sword that I need? Hoping I get another one. I'm really kind of at odds here. Usually, so this guy almost always has a dark iron node behind him.
None may challenge the sons of the
These health bars too. Found like these health bars are so easy to tank with. Impossible.
I submit. Rashly, you have come to rest.
So Ragnaros is obviously what we're worst on, but
You will soon regret the
Blood of the Mountain too. Oh my gosh. Have that, have that. That's good though. So those two pieces only drop
Should you seek an audience
from him.
Your paltry lives will surely be forfeit. Nevertheless, seek out his lair if you dare.
What if I get both here? Nice. Able to get back up. Don't really need it, but I mean, you know, always helps. So this part usually is skipping the video, but you'll have to suffer through this one. So the gold in here isn't that great, obviously. Alright, so Ragnaros. He drops the pants, basically, from every class. I want to say almost every time he's dropped 2 of something. Man, I left a lot of this stuff over here. I must have hit. Oh, okay. So I'm at the edge of Honored where I can't get any more Hydraxian Waterlord rep. It only comes when I defeat bosses now, so it's kind of crummy, but you know, it is what it is. Excited. I was hoping that, you know, I wouldn't get something great that wasn't filmed, so I'm happy about that. But I haven't noticed any trends yet, and I think it's because I'm not playing multiple classes in here at the same time, like I used to. we will get there. So more dark iron ore. And for those wondering what my achievement was that I got, let's see, collected. I got the Giantstalker set. I still don't like that set, but I feel like, you know, in honor of completing it, I should at least equip it, you know. Oh, hang tight. Alright, there we go. What do we have left? 11 seconds. I like how the music matches how fast my guy's running, it's awesome. There we go. I tried to score this part. I don't think I could match it up that well. That's pretty solid. Alright, so we have some time, minute and 5 seconds, obviously. First time in here, Onslaught Girdle was plate belt, dropped twice. Second time was just kind of a random smattering. I did get the Judgment plate, leg plates the second time. Third time I got 2 Netherwind Pants, or Mage, and 2 leg plates of the Tin Storms, which are for Shaman. So you usually get some grouping of purple drops and some grouping of BOE blue drops. So you could, in essence, increase this percentage by buying the blues. I've noticed they go for about 500 gold in our auction house. I think people just come in here anyways just to sell them because they know people like me are trying to collect everything. Because they're all priced at 500 gold. So I think it's just because they are drops from in here. Everybody farms them. So let's we have 15 seconds left, but it's just everything that drops off of Ragnaros. So we have most of the. Actually, we have all but one of the BOPs.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so if we get Bone Reaver's Edge, we could technically complete most of this. Let's see how we did. Alright, we got Needler. Nice. Actually, let's go right here. Crown of Destruction. Oh, that's an awesome. Actually goes really well with this. We might have to keep those. Those shoulders were trash though, but it's okay. Alright, so. Oh, my apologies. Where are we at? Cloak of the Shrouded Mist. Is that one? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's get this just for good measure. Alright, so the Needler dropped. The Serenity Belt, which will trade to a Cloth Class. Choker, the Fire Lord. What's that? Oh, neck. Let's vendor that. Leggings of Transcendence are the Priest legs. And finally, the Judgment leg plates. So, let's do one better, actually. Let's go see what we can buy of Ragnaros's. If it's cheap, we can pick it up and see if we increase that percentage. I mean, what the heck? I got some pretty solid drops. Oh, I can't believe that. So Teebu's is a bind unequip. Actually, let's check that price. Very curious. Oh gosh. So yeah, I can't stand this. It does all this like craziness when you come into town. Where's all the things? Oh, it puts it in here. Alright, so let's go Dungeon Raids, Molten Core. Let's go Ragnaros. Let's move this here. Alright, so Assassination Blade, Shopping, Shift and click, and it will find it for us. Yeah, see about 478 gold, and it's all bank characters. That's how I know. 1500. Okay, we can buy this one. That's cheap. Alright. That helps. Sweet. Alright. Doombringer. So I'm just hitting shift and left click and it's pulling it up. 88. I'll probably. What's sad is I'm buying these for 88 gold. They'll probably drop the next time we're in here. Okay. I don't mind spending a little bit of gold, especially after how exciting today was. Oh, I got that one just now. Ooh, 8 gold. Awesome. Thank you, good sir. Or kind lady. Yeah, I'm not paying 15k. Shell launcher shotgun. That's a lot. See, bank the tank. That was the guy selling most of these. The needler. I don't need the needler. I just got the needler. Alright, so, let's see. Sell all those in a second. Oh, that's what I wanted to see. Where did it go? Alright, I'll check in a minute. I'm very curious to see this. 300k. But I don't need gold, but I hope I get none of these. That's pretty nuts. Gotta make sure I unequip these things. Sometimes I've been equipping mogs and then just literally forgetting to unequip them. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's go here. So 4 items. Sweet. So let's sell these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. So let's see how we did. Let's pull it out by right clicking. So we're at 80.76%. Brought Ragnaros to a respectable 75%. So appreciate everybody joining us on a little more of a thorough walkthrough. I had some great items. Excited. Stay tuned for more great content from the WoW Collector. I'm going to be upping this percentage. I'm almost at 7%, 8%. So we're getting there. We're getting there very close. Please like the videos, leave comments in the description below, and look forward to seeing you guys on the channel. Sorry, I'm trying to blank here a little bit. Had a lot of things going on in my mind all at once. Happy collecting. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks and take care. So I had a little bit of an issue with recording, so I did get the Fire Rune Grimoire. As you can tell, it bumped up my percentage a lot. I'm at 86.25. Have the 8th run here. Figured to set this to music because we didn't get anything. Later videos will kind of clean this up, but for now, enjoy the tunes. Thanks again for watching and happy collecting.